Hey everyone, AWM here, and we just want to go over some news items for you. You're going to want to research these yourself. They're for federal employees, and having been a former federal employee, these are of interest to me and so to all our federal employees out there. And I know it affects those if you're interested in moving abroad. If you're just interested in life in general, it affects you. Basically, there are some very important proposed changes to the federal retirements and benefits. So there are proposed changes to federal retirement and benefits. And this information comes from Lacie, Harmon, and the Federal Benefits Group, okay? Again, Lacie, Harmon, and the Federal Benefits Group. You wanna look this information up, check the sources. So the way I'm gonna present these is in chronological order as it pertains to when the change could take effect. Please keep in mind that the change could happen sooner, it could be totally removed, or it could happen later. But it's part of the Republican agenda to move things very ambitiously, very expeditiously. So that's what they're trying to do. All right, so we'll first take a look at eliminating FERS Social Security supplement. That's something I personally took advantage of. The date on that, they're looking at July 4th. If they hurry things up in the House and Senate, it could be June 1st, could be later. But it is to eliminate the FERS Social Security supplement. Okay, and their target date, July 4th, 2025. That's this year, a couple of months from now. What it could do is basically, if you're under age 62 and you would like the supplement the pension that's designed to help you to bridge until you can apply for Social Security, that's what it is. It's a bridge of money, and it supplements. What they're doing is they're considering eliminating that. That's what the proposal is. What do you want to do? If you're thinking about retiring, it kind of adds another consideration for you to think about. And maybe you want to adjust your time schedule, okay? So that one is FERS, which is Federal Employees Retirement System, which is the retirement system most people after 1984 or something like that are on. And that one is proposed for July 4th. All right, that's number one. Let's move on to number two. So number two is proposed to take effect January 1st, 2026. January 1st, 2026. And that's coming right up since we're in 2025 right now. The idea there is they want to increase the employee pension contributions. Oh, let me say it every time. Could the date change? Yes, it could. It could happen sooner. It could happen later. But you want to have knowledge of these things if you're in the federal environment. So the increase to the pension contributions would mean that the withholdings that you as an inactive employee are now engaging in would go up to 4.4% of your basic pay. And so that's quite a consideration if you are trying to balance your budget and you weren't planning for this increase. So your take-home pay is going to decrease starting in January 2026 if this goes that far when they enact it. So you want to look at that, okay? You want to think about that. In the long run, perhaps it's good, but if at one point in time in my life I was needing every dollar to take care of bills, take care of living, and those kinds of things, and that can be a little frustrating. It's going to help you in the long run, but in the short run, you got to make some drastic changes and adjustments to take that into consideration because your paycheck is smaller. Okay. Now let's go to the next one. The next one is January 1st, 2027 as the proposed change date. Again, January 1st, 2027. That is a proposed date. And what it is it's a shift from what we've all known for so long, which is that your high three is what you're aiming for, meaning the highest salary you achieved 3 consecutive years. Well, they're shifting that from 3 years to 5 years, which means statistically the amount of money that you could go home with is going to decrease, okay? Imagine your annuity is now based on the high 5. And when you increase the period of time there, that decrease in your annuity is going to happen. And that could be quite a slap in the face. So that's something you really want to plan for, because it's going to affect you after you retire and continuously therein. You might have been thinking that you had the high 3, which most calculations were based on, right? Maybe you want to rethink about retiring, or when you retire. Maybe it's by December 31st, that way of 2026, retiring by December 31st of 2026, so that you get to keep your high 3, because that is the current calculation. So there you have it. Those are some of the top things. And they removed one that was going to be the Federal Employee Health Benefits, FEHB. There was a voucher proposal that was going to be part of that, but so far it has been removed. Could it be re-added in? I'm sure anything is possible. So think about that. Why are these things happening? Well, apparently there was a goal of the Republicans to have a reconciliation bill signed by July 4th. So you can look this up, you can research this. One of the places I used to read this, Washington Examiner, April 28th, and you'll see a write-up about it there. There could be some impacts, like back to that supplemental income that you might have desired as a bridge until you're 62 or retirement age, the bridge there. So that could be impacted. Let's see, if you check your DRIP rights. If you use the DRIP 1 or 2, you might want to look to see what rights you have to your benefits, okay? And then questions to ask yourself is, will the FHEB be their next go around, which affects you when you retire, if you should keep it, your federal employee health benefits. I guess asking the right questions, going to the right sources are key things. So this is just newsworthy stuff, very important to a large percentage of the population of retired and current federal employees. And there's a shift of employees who are thinking about taking DRIP 2, which is out there right now, the designated retirement. And this may impact when they would leave and what's in their best financial interest. So take a look at those kinds of things. Keep them in mind. We hope you find this informative. We do not give financial advice. The goal here was just to make you aware, help you to be informed, and trigger you to ask particular questions. Let us know in the comments what your thoughts are about this. These are part of the wave of things that are happening. Yeah, I know there are tariffs going on. Yeah, I know there's negotiations with Canada, the new prime minister up there. There's the situation with Ukraine and Russia and so forth. These kind of hit right now this year, and the tariffs are coming rolling through. See what that impact is. How does this affect either you or someone you know who might be a federal employee? Let us know your thoughts. Thank you.